The main stage of the Eccles Theater filled up fast as the general public, including students, faculty, and staff, joined in to hear from the three finalists vying to become Utah Tech's 19th president. Each candidate was given 45 minutes to answer questions about their qualifications and strategies moving forward.
18 to 24-year-olds are not going to grow enrollment by 20,000. That's not going to happen. Now, they can grow our enrollment, but there has to be different kinds of students. I do think for most institutions, non-traditional is the population that we need to reach.
The top priority of everything we do is the students. It's about strengthening the student experience and outcomes. And so everything that we do at the campus should be seen through that lens.
So they may not understand it today in terms of exactly what polytechnic means, but they definitely understand it when they get in the classroom, when they get in the labs, or when they see it in the active lifestyle that's taking place all around campus.
Transparency and trust appeared to be the main concern from many. Much of this had to do with the name change from Dixie State to Utah Tech.
How do you feel you could reach out to this community and invite them to become involved in the university, overcoming this conflict that we've had over the name Dixie?
I think this is where development and alumni relations and that group is going to have to help the next president to understand, okay, who are those people who have felt hurt by, excluded by the name change. Now, that's not to say that someone is going to go meet the person and everything is fixed. But I think it's critical to re-engage those folks and do it fairly early on.
Fundraising strategies were also key in a system that may already be asked to reallocate funding and potentially make cuts.
Having worked with companies up north, but also Silicon Slopes, which is almost touching everywhere. For those who are familiar with Silicon Slopes, I know many people, and I have good relationships. And whether it's raising money or getting support in other ways, I have full confidence that I could reach out and establish those relationships, which would turn into very good things and recognize the priority that comes with capital contributions.
This is an important time right now to not only work closely with the legislature and to work closely to grow enrollment through tuition revenue, but I find one of the most exciting ways is to grow revenues through fundraising activities. So I have a lot of experience in the role as president in that regards.
Most other questions from faculty, students, and staff related to student academics as well as support for teachers.
Part of the role of the president is with the provost and the deans to make sure that we are growing the resources for the academic side of the house and making sure that if we're adding programs, we are supporting those programs with faculty lines and supply lines and things like that.
How do we really invest in teaching? How do we invest in scholarship? How do we invest in service? And so my role as the university president, as I sit down with the voices and the faculty, is to really make sure how do we properly allocate the appropriate resources.
The candidates also spoke about bridging the gap.
Faculty member involved, you've got the business community involved, and you've got the students involved. That's synergy. That's cool. Right? So replicating that as much as we can will build that bridge and make sure that the students are able to be prepared to not only get a job, but get a good job and then be successful in that job.
While all three candidates had their own strategies in approaching future needs, they all said Utah Tech is in a good position due to its continued growth in a time that most universities and colleges are seeing less enrollment.
That I would love every graduating high school student to think about Utah Tech way before they're going to graduate. And we can help facilitate that. They need to know that this is a comprehensive institution that has so many different options for them.
This is the only position that I've expressed any interest in since I've been president of a university, and incredibly excited to see the momentum that's occurring at Utah Tech University. You have much to be proud of. this is a special place.
Audience members in person and online were able to post anonymous comments about the candidates for review by the Utah Board of Higher Education. A final decision is expected by the board on Wednesday at 5:30. From Utah Tech University, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.